just finished work. I am tired. Let's go. So, I should probably put this up in the Discord as well, to be honest. Live stream. News guys, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I just need to let everyone know. I'm live now. Announcements. Okay. Let's get into why I didn't enjoy Encore's story quest. Shit. Send no. I'm gonna put that on Twitter as well. So many people were so angry about not enjoying the Encore story quest. I played it twice. I've played it twice, and the first time it was fine. I didn't really get into it, but I thought maybe someone said as well, like maybe it's because I was talking to like chat on stream as well. Maybe it's because I was trying to chat and it's difficult. It's more difficult to like get into it while you're on stream. All right then. So I played it again, and off stream by myself. I played it all in Japanese as well, so I didn't have the annoying English voice acting to distract me. Sorry guys, no, it's not good. It's even. I thought it was fine the first time I played it. Now I actively think it's just not good. It was made for feels. It had no real thought behind it, like whatsoever. Autumn Leaf, Thunder, Zol, how you doing, man? Mira, nice to see you here. Yeah, it was made for children. Actually, I'll be honest, it sounds like it was written by children. And at one point, on one degree, I was like, that makes sense, because it's like, Encore, she's telling a story. But no, I mean like literally the entire quest itself, like take the actual quest itself was kind of like it was written by children. I'm not even gonna lie. Get ready to head into the office. You have to go to the office now? I thought you were from home. Yeah. No. Okay. I played through it the second time, right? And I was taking notes because I wanted to make sure I was getting everything right. Because I thought, like I said, I played it the first time round. I was talking to you guys on chat. I was having a good time. I was laughing my head off at some particular interesting voice acting. So I played it through the second time, and there were some things I didn't really get the first time around. I thought maybe it's just because I wasn't paying enough attention. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna really lock in. I'm gonna actually really lock in and like read every word, and like talk to all the NPCs and everything like that. And it might be due to high standards. It didn't meet your expectations. Maybe Genshin lore is more your cup of tea. No, I can guarantee you right now, my friend. No. Oh, it's a special event today. Okay, I got it. Hi then, Georgie. Okay, right. So I'm gonna show you guys. 1 second. I wrote up a document. I'm just going to go to this. I wrote up a document with all these things here, and I'm just going to read through it because there were a lot of questions. Zol, you absolute no. Right, there were a lot of questions that just didn't make any sense, like at all. And this isn't just to do with like, oh, being in the dream, in the imagination, Woolie Kingdom thing. No. I mean like in the real world. There were so many things that just didn't make sense, like at all. Like at all. Like time-wise, the way things are said that, oh, this happened and this happened and this happened. Wait, that can't happen unless this happened. And that's not physically like able to happen because that hasn't happened yet. Like these things that like cross over, they don't make sense. They literally just do not make sense. I'm not talking about the Woolie Kingdom. I'm talking about in the real world. Right? I'm talking about Ying, her mother, Encore, and her mother. The things that happen between Encore and her mother, and the things that happen between Ying and her mother, they cross over timeline wise, and they don't make sense. It doesn't work. It shouldn't be the opposite. If the story is good, the second time would be the best. No, it was just really, really bad. There was one question I did have at the beginning that I did kind of get answered towards the end, and there was a hint to that. It's like my first question, I was like, why? Okay, so something that I've heard a lot of people saying about this entire story quest is Encore telling these stories is a way for her to deal with the reality of the situation, how she deals with the people that she interacts with, like Alto being the bit by wolf that turns into mist, and then the golden-eyed, whatever it was. There's all these different things that Encore puts through this lens of imagination as her way to deal with and her way to cope with certain things that happens in her life, right? Okay, got it. Fine, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I was really interested. Why did she just, like, at the beginning of this story, why did she just suddenly start telling a story about her mother, about the story of her and her mother with the woolie warrior situation, right? And that did kind of get answered towards the end. There's a throwaway line saying that she's told that particular story several times before. I'm guessing every time she's told it so far, she'd just leave it unfinished, because the story had been unfinished until we had helped her get the wreath of hope or whatever it was. So my first question was, why the sudden bring it up? That answered. Fine, okay. And I was really interested about the connection between Encore and her mother, like I said, and also Ying and her mother, because there were some things brought up later on about how this about the sword and the shield and the wreath were things left behind by Ying's mother for Ying to find later on after she's passed away as a last little game for Ying and her mother to have, you know, and that makes sense. The problem is that, say that's true, how does Encore know about this? Right? And she was told that the story of the Woolly Warrior was a story told to her by her mother, because her mother was the one that told her about the sword, the shield, that, and they used things around the house. There was a whole cutscene about that, where Encore was climbing up the mountain to find this, and it was actually her climbing up a bookcase. Cool. If that's happening on this side, how does it line up completely perfectly with the game that Ying's mother set up? Because it's hinted throughout the story that Ying's mother set up the sword to be placed there and the shield to be placed there for Ying to find. It doesn't make sense. There's a bit of a question about that as well, where Ying says that she got this wooden map from her mother, right? And she said that her mother was given this map by a woolie, as in the imaginary thing that Encore controls. But then it was said later on in the quest as well that the woolies didn't come into existence until Encore's mother was on her deathbed. So did the story happen first with Encore and her mother, or was it set up by something that by Ying's mother for Ying to find out? It doesn't make sense, guys. It just literally, the timelines don't match up. And also, if Ying's mother was given that wooden map by a woolie, and the woolies are directly connected to Encore, they are like a part of her forte, right? That means Encore should know about Ying's mother, and she should know about this map. But when she's first shown it, it's the first time she's ever seen it. Because Encore's mother traveled and was telling the story to the children. Yeah, cool. I get that. But like I said, the wooden map was given to Ying's mother by a woolie. The woolies didn't exist until Encore's mother was on her deathbed. So unless Encore's mother also has some woolies and has her own forte, which was never stated, was never made clear or whatever, That doesn't make sense. That doesn't line up. Like I said, it's said in the story, Ying was given the wooden map by her mother. Her mother said she was given the map by the woolie. By a woolie, should I say. Woolies are an extension of Encore's forte. Encore's forte didn't manifest until Encore's mother was already on her deathbed. And then Encore's mother was already telling the story about the sword and the shield that Ying's mother had set up in the future, was already setting up this story well ahead of that. Guys, come on! It doesn't make you see what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying? The timelines don't match up. Oh, God. Which part said the woolie gave her the mother the map? One sec. I think, did I take a... I took some video clips of that. I wonder if I took that particular thing, that particular section. Where is it? Because there were some sections that just... I was like, nah, I'm going to have to like take a video recording of this. 1 second. We have no exactly clue when Encore's mom died. I have no clue, but as like I said, it was said that Encore's mother died on what? A second. I'm looking. Okay, that's about. I saw a clip about Encore telling her that the Woolly Warrior story was a story told to her by her mother. Okay, I'm going to go in game. Maybe it's in the game background. But yeah, Ying did say that the Woolies were the one that gave it to her. Guys, I was taking notes while I was going through. It's not like, oh, I think they said it. No, I was taking notes while I was playing it. Okay. Okay. Guess what? Go on adventure with Encore. Where is it? No, not this one. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but it definitely said it. I need to go to the location where... I wish there was a search function. Guys, you're going to have to just trust me on this one. Okay, so this is where Ying is first introduced. It's this. This map. It's from my... okay, so this map is from her mom. This map is a promise we made. Cool. We've got it set up that this map was given to her by her mother. Right? Okay, here we go. Then one day, Mom gave me this treasure map. She said she got it from the Woolly Fairy, and it's for one of the hidden relics. So the Woolly Fairy is the Woolly Warrior, the Woolies, right? So Ying's mother got this map from a Woolie. Woolies didn't exist until Encore's mother was on her deathbed and Encore's forte manifested. It doesn't fucking make sense. She just went to a play. I remember in that play, okay. Mom's went to a play one time. I remember them play, the adventures. Yeah, I get that. And she was given it by a Woolie. The Woolies didn't exist until Encore's mother was dying. And this is the first time that Encore has seen this map. My point of contention is that the Woolies didn't exist until this point, and that point didn't happen until after the point that was already said that was already existing. Right. I'm going back to it. It's Ying's mother lying to kids because she wants to play with her kids. Ying's mother created the map. Right. Okay, and what I'm still trying to figure out what does that change in my argument, like timeline wise. Ying's mother created a map. It's a mother talking to a kid. It doesn't have to be a fairy. It's a bedtime story stuff. Yeah, and if, again, I've said before, if it's just a bedtime story, okay, the whole imagination thing, fine. My problem is when all this stuff translates into things that actually exist in the real world. Like we've got this like separation of like the Woolie Kingdom, where we go through the samurai into the Woolie Kingdom, and things that actually exist in the real world, right? Like the sword, the shield, and that sort of thing, these exist in the real world, but these are things from, yeah, quote unquote real world. These are things that are from the play. The problem is though, right, is that Encore is also finishing lines. Remember this? There are notes in the boxes with the sword and the shield, and Encore is finishing lines word for word from those notes that were written by Ying's mother. How does she know that? How the fuck does she know that? These were like... Okay, take care, Soul. It doesn't exist in the real world. Ying mother creates... The sword and the shield existed. They were hidden in the real world. But even that, to go to your point, there's actually something else that creates more issues later on between the Woolie Kingdom and the real world with the wreath and the irises, but we'll get to that. In the Echoid event, the sheep puppet somehow meet us and it's... Yeah, that Echoid event, that's a completely different thing. Again, that existed after like analyzing our memories of things that they could portray themselves as from the rover. So you're saying that they portrayed themselves as something that didn't already exist, and then they went to Ying's mother to connect that back to Encore. No, sorry, that just doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm sorry. Based on how I read it, the Woolies are from a play. Encore liked them so much she wanted to become the Woolie warrior. Her mother plays with her and helps her create stories based on the warrior pre-existing. She essentially creates her own OC within the Woolie story, which later manifests. Okay, again, that's... Yeah, no, you are right on that interpretation from what I understand as well. I think the cloud and treasure stuff shows up in the real world because Encore's imagination power. Ying's mother is literally a story in the cloud. Okay, so the cloud and the treasure stuff exists because of Encore's imagination power, but the items left behind that were actually from Ying's mother, i.e. the sword and the shield, Encore also manifested those and those messages as well. It's like a kid pretending to be Superman and creating his own stories. Yeah, I get that. That's not my problem. I have no issues differentiating between what is imagination and what is like real life. The things just don't line up, even that. You using the perspective of an adult. If you see the perspective of a child, you'll see the answer. Yeah, if you just don't use any fucking logic, is what you want to say. And I'm sorry, I like to have some degree of consistency. Again, if this entire quest was fully in the Woolie Kingdom, I will have no issues. I will write it all off as like that's just a child's imagination, and we would be done. We would be done with this. My problem is the connection between, like I said, Encore and her mother, and Ying and her mother, and the things that Ying's mother left behind in the real world that somehow are already pre-known by Encore, right? And you're saying that the clouds are a manifestation of Encore's power, but the box at the top of the clouds is something left behind by Ying's mother that is nothing to do with Encore at all. So Ying's mother must also have the exact same manifestation powers. Guys, come on, stop being so fucking stupid. I get that it hits you in the feels. I get it. But it is objectively fucking stupid. Hi, Minkat. Hey, Robert. Even in real, it's like saying Santa Claus is real and rough, but it's... But at least in Santa Claus, there is some degree of, like, logical consistency. Timelines do not match up. I'm not even halfway through my notepad here. Yeah, Bishop, you play it by yourself. Bishop, play it by yourself and take notes. Take notes of the things that, they said this happened here and this happened there. Take notes. and just realized it just doesn't line up. Okay. I was going to okay. I actually made a note about the clouds. Well, the clouds weren't in Encore's original story. The clouds weren't in Encore's original story because she says that this is a new thing, which is fine. Stories change over time. Cool. So maybe she's got, but they show up separately from her, maybe left behind by Ying's mother. That was the other thing that kept telling that Ying was a manifestation of Encore. There was another thing that kept telling me that, yeah, Grave, I heard you mention that when I was playing the first time round, and honestly, if that was the case, and that Ying actually turns out to be a manifestation of Encore himself, and like her manifesting her problems onto this other person, like disassociating herself, oh, sure, we're good. But no, Ying's apparently a real person. Like she's interacting with other people as well, so that got thrown out the window. I've already gone through how did Encore know the end of the message. Her Encore knowing the end of the message of the handwritten message that Ying's mother wrote as a message directly to her daughter. So it's not like a line from the play that she's like copying and sending. No, it's a line directly addressing her daughter, and Encore already knows the end of how that message ends up. How? Sorry, no, that doesn't make sense. Sorry, no. And I meant to notice here, like, it gets interesting because I was kind of bored for the most part. It gets interesting when we go to the Garden of Promises because I like that area. Talking about how it reminds her of her promise with her mother. Again, we got the feels aspect. I like that. And another thing, one thing I did get a bit confused. Like, we are often shown like the Woolly Warrior is supposed to be Encore, but then later on we're told that the Woolly Warrior is originally supposed to be Ying, because Ying's mother is calling her the Woolly Warrior. Hi Zenny, how do you, man? No, Ying's mother, yeah, she copied lines from Summer Story, but she's written notes that are directly a message to her daughter. Those messages were not in the original story. So no. Again, I'm trying to figure out who is the Woolly Warrior. Is it supposed to be Ying? Is Ying supposed to be the Woolly Warrior? Is it supposed to be Encore? Or is it supposed to be both? I mean, I want to lean towards both. I want to give that a pass. I mean, stories can be interpreted and applied to people in certain ways. Like, people always see themselves as the protagonist, and I get that. That's fine. But it's a very messy story. It was in the original story. No, the lines that were written and put in the box were not lines from the story. She's talking directly to her daughter. Woolly Warrior is originally Encore from a Mom Theatre story. Ying's mom watched the theatre and told the story to Ying. Okay. Well, apparently Ying and her mother both went to this this play. Where is it? Where is it? I'm trying to find it. It says later on that Ying also went to the plays. Like, we went to plays, she said, if I remember correctly. Where is it? Where's Ying? Come on. There we go. Mom took me to a play one time. So Ying and her mother both went to this play. So both Ying and her mother. So Ying must have been alive and cognizant because she still remembers going to this play. She must have been alive at the same time that Encore's mother was also alive and given these plays. So Ying should also know these lines from the play. For fuck's sake. No, you're wrong. You're just objectively wrong. And then again with the whole thing, I actually asked this on stream about is Encore's mother and Ying's mother, did they actually like come back from the dead, like some kind of like a resonant spirit? And say no, it's just a figment of their imagination, right? I said about that. And in the original figment of their imagination, how did Rover notice Encore's mother before Encore did? So if the mothers were something from Encore's imagination, she's bringing these into reality, into like making them visible. How did Rover notice before Encore did, if it's supposed to be part of her imagination? And then even at the end of this, we go into this area to find the iris, right? To find the iris to put into the wreath. So this area is unequivocally, like completely guaranteed, this area is imagination. We get this iris. We leave the imagination. This iris is still fucking there in the wreath. So unless she's able to manifest something from nothing, then that makes everything that happens in the Woolie Kingdom also real. But if it's real, it's not her imagination. If it's not her imagination, she can't make it. It doesn't make sense, guys. Fucking hell! Come on, it's stupid. Ying is an NPC. Sonorous spheres are Solaris 3 thing that appear, otherwise you would have to question everything in Charlie's story. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that some people are able to manifest some kinds of portals or sonorous spheres, like Scar does it as well. I get it. I agree with that. But like earlier when we first go into the Woolie Kingdom, we're just told close your eyes. Close your eyes, and then we go into that area, into the Woolie Kingdom. We don't need any sonorous sphere. We don't need any of that. But later on, when she sets up that whole play display, then she manifests the sonorous sphere. Cool, fine. Mate, I'm sorry, guys, but it's just really, really wrong. Hi, Midget. Encore's resonator ability seems to be the ability to manifest something from imagination. She can manifest Cloudian, whatever in the real way. Maybe she can make irises too. I mean, Cloudy and the Woolies are part of her forte. So unless you're saying that everything is a part of her forte, and it also has to be. Whoever told you it's just her imagination hasn't been paying attention to the end of the welcome. The thing is, though, everyone who's been telling me it's part of her imagination. Everyone's telling me that everything that happens in that area doesn't make sense. It's just because it's her imagination. It's just how she deals with these things. I'm like, okay, cool. But then, if it is imagination, then how is this happening? Oh no, that's real. Wait, so if that's real, then that can't be real. No, that's imagination. Wait, is that imagination? Is that imagination or is it reality? Yes. Will you pick a fucking lane? No, I'm not saying you did. I'm saying other people have told me that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Yeah, we're in a massive paradox. Like, there are certain things that happen in the story that can't happen unless other things happen before that. But those things can't happen until things that happen after that happen before that too. I actually downloaded the entire quest, like the whole hour and 12 minutes, was it? Because I wanted to check through it again. 1 second, I'll show you. Display. I actually downloaded this into an hour and 22 minutes. Because I wanted to go through it again to make sure I wasn't getting anything wrong. Like, guys, I've gone through it so many times. Oh, Tecton Notepad? I did. I was taking notes the second time I played through it. These are notes I took while I was playing through it the second time. And keep in mind, guys, I went into this quest the second time around with the full intention of changing my mind. I wanted to change my mind. I actually had a thumbnail written up, like saying this is peak, because everyone's saying this is peak. So I'll make the thumbnail just like in advance. I made the thumbnail, and I went through this quest the second time round with the full intention of going. Oh, that's what it was. I'm an idiot. That's what I went in there to do. Copy and paste in Discord would be easy to answer. Fine. I mean, I've gone through everything here. I'm just going to put it in Wuthering Waves general. Keep in mind, this is not written in any sort of... This is just like bullet point notes. These are just bullet point notes, so it's really rough, really, really shoddy. Just bullet point notes. But like, nah. Did I actually like the quest? I thought it was alright the first time I played it. Then the second time I played it, when I was actually looking and like really paying attention. Like there was, like I said, there's certain quotes where I went to the Garden of Paradise. Like this quest here. Like when we got to this area here, when we got to this cutscene, when we got the backstory about remember that player Ying told us it showed us the treasure map. Yeah. Ying said she'd already forgotten what most of the play was about. So I remember getting to this part and thinking, oh, this is good. I knew straight away that the treasure map wasn't for the Woolly Warrior's sword. So it wasn't for the Woolly Warrior's sword, but the Woolly Warrior's sword did exist. It was a gift left to her by Ying's mother. Well, I guess how I found out? Okay, so this was part where I was really locked in. I was like, okay, explain. Okay. Because of the Woolly Warrior's sword. I didn't choose this. Yeah, that play was about the Woolly Warrior's sword, and I remember each and every part of it. So she remembers each and every part of it, but she's never seen that map before. Again, this is the main part I was really locked in, like, okay, trying to find out what the fuck is going on. Because that play, yeah, was a gift from my mom. Okay. So, the play was a gift from my mom. So, the play was there first. Ying is getting a map from her mother. Her mother was given that by a Woolie. And the Woolie was not around until Encore manifested her forte. Do you notice only Encore and Rover notice Ying? I'm like, why is no one... That's what Grave was saying as well. Like, if it turns out that Ying just doesn't exist and this entire thing, like even Ying herself was a figment of her imagination, that solves a few issues. Dennis, this isn't too spoilery, this part. It just goes into like a bit into... She first climbs the tallest mountain. Get the reef. So the tallest mountain is where the sword was. And this tallest mountain was actually her just climbing the bookcase or something. Because story literally says the map is just created by her mother. Encore said that she immediately knew the map was a fake. Because Encore is this isolation. She knew the map was a fake. But if the map was a fake, how did the sword actually exist? And how did the shield actually exist? This was saying that the play is based off the original that Encore and Mother was based. Does the mother have to tell a kid very little sense? It may believe Woolly Fairy from a story, not actual Woolly. Guys, Ying made... Okay, Ying's mother made us a gift for Ying. It's created by Ying's mother too. I'm waiting for... Yeah, I get that. So, let's just be clear. It's so cringe, nitpicking too much. No, I'm trying to get clarity. So Ying's mother made the map. Let's put it that way. The sword exists. Ying's mother made the sword. The shield exists. Ying's mother made the shield. The shield, the sword is up in the air, on clouds that you can't get to unless you have Encore's forte ability. Guys, you're not making any sense. One second. Yeah, get rid of that. So I had to deal with a YouTube person. It started from Encore imagination as a little kid with her mother. The mother made it into a plane. It became famous as a traveler, but she never finished because Encore's mother passed away. This Encore. That's just a gameplay thing, I think. Yeah, but the gameplay also has to make sense. You're not making any sense, guys. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like I said, you're using adult perspective. If you feel like a kid, again, that's just a... Rin Georgie, I get it. But that's just a cop-out. That's just a cop-out. Like I said, if this entire quest was in the Woolie Kingdom, I will have no problems. Not a single one. The problem is Ying, her mother, and their integration into the story. The question that ties all this together is how the cloud and items appear in the real world for Ying. Answer to this will answer everything. Yeah, exactly. That's my problem as well. How did those things appear in the real world for Ying that were left behind by Ying's mother if they were things that existed in the story? And things that you can only get through having Encore's forte to manifest these clouds. So it's great to send a moral message about importance of parents and love. It can be expressed in any way. Mate, guys, I have played this story quest twice. I've read through this to confirm like what I read was right. I've downloaded the quest to check again what I've seen and what I so I'm not going to stuff. I think this no. My best guess was Encore made all these with a forte to encourage Ying. Is it because Ying's mother created that it was all a fake? Ying only made the map and the story. No, but the story was made by Encore and her mother. Iboni Yamine. Hello. What if Encore's mom has said it? That's pretty much it. That's what I said as well. I actually put, where is it? I put in my message as well. Does Encore, okay. I actually put here, or did Encore's mother also control woolies? I actually put that as well. As I'm trying to find reasons why this could make sense. I'm trying to find reasons why things make sense. But a lot of the timeline things just doesn't add up. Story consistency was probably not the main priority with the clouds in the real world. Ah, Stoke 1, hi. Yeah, I mean, it was very clear that this quest was made with the intention of hitting people in the fields. And that's fine. But I don't want people to say it makes sense, because it doesn't. I don't think the play is made by Encore and her mother. Her mother simply gave the play story as a gift to her, and Ying's mother also gave it to her as a gift. Play existed beforehand. But the thing is, it was said early on in the story that basically Encore played a part in the story. Encore is basically the woolly warrior, and then Encore's mother made the plays based on the things that Encore did around the house. Like when Encore was climbing the bookshelf to get the thing on the top shelf, Encore's mother like reinterpreted that as a play for Encore as the woolly warrior climbing the highest mountain to get the sword. And then when she was looking for the shield, it was actually turned out to be this little candy as well. Yeah. It's not a forte. Maybe might be something about elusive realm. Ying's mom didn't make those swords and shield in real life. In real world, her story to Ying is fake based on Encore mom theater. Encore made those using her forte, so Ying can believe. So yes, so your interpretation is that Encore also made the sword and the shield too. Did Encore also make the messages for Ying to find? Is that what you're saying? 1 second. But game videos, Wuthering Waves, quests. Where is it? So again, I have problems with these clouds, like logically speaking. But if you can like say, oh, these are manifestations of Encore's forte, sure, no problem. But then we've got this box at the top of here. Oh, this person's a bit newbie. We've got this box at the top of here that has a present and a message from.
So, is this the sword in a story that can slice through anything? It's the mountain chopping sword of courage.
Okay. I want to get to the point where she reads this message.
The sword's actually made out of wood.
Hmm.
And it's
It's perpetual thing that Encore is lonely till a point she becomes crazy, talking to her mum, talking to her own dolls, no one else will do that, and she can have all the imagination.
What does it say?
Okay, what does it say?
My dear little warrior, you found the first relic. Right now, you must be thinking, what a plain-looking sword. How could this ordinary wooden sword possibly be the legendary sword of courage? Don't feel disappointed just yet. Think back on what you've been through so far.
Yeah, Scuddish, that's what I'm saying as well. If those things were made from Encore's manifestation, why were those letters made for Ying? Remember those, do you guys remember those two quests where Cosmos made doors and stuff without Encore? Cosmos seems to be... that was someone else from... That was another entity that also manifested as another person from the elusive realm. They showed themselves as a little girl at one point. So that's a completely separate entity. That entity is able to change their shape and also like... kind of read thoughts to like see what this person associates with. My interpretation is that yes, Encore made all this, including the message. This message is probably what Encore's mom told her in the past in the play. Dorothy was the second. Yeah, Dorothy was the second form. Yeah, you're right.
All the challenges you faced along the way, the waves under your feet felt so high to you, and the treasure chest above seemed ever so far away. Yet still, you continued to climb the mountains, every step.
Yeah, it wasn't
of the
actually
way,
Cosmos.
until you finally reached the peak. Your courage has been heard.
The message was also made like Encore.
And this seemingly ordinary wooden sword.
I think we'll learn more about the entity like through.
Your courage.
See, this is the part where like. That's like, how the hell did she know that?
That's what it says in the letter. How did you know, Encore?
Did it also appear in other Woolie stories?
Uh-uh.
So she says no.
Anything else?
So that was just thrown out there and like never addressed. So if you're saying that Encore made everything, the entire thing, she manifested the sword, she manifested the shield, she manifested the letters. Why was Ying in the quest in the first place? Like that completely removes the point of having Ying in this quest in the first place, like at all. Were I interested in Encore character before doing the quest? No, I wasn't. Not really. She's cute and all, but I wasn't really interested. Maybe those lists were written by Encore's mother, and Encore just made them look like they were written by Ying's mother. No, English is fine. That makes sense. But I don't. What you wrote makes sense, but that reasoning doesn't make sense to me. The behavior that Encore has her tells us that she is remembering how she experienced the same thing with her own mother. Oh, has here tells us. Okay. In my opinion, I really think that Encore Mother Forte is the one that brings to life both Cosmos and Cloudy, while Encore Forte is bringing Woolly Kingdom imaginations to Sonosphere. Actually, there are times when Cosmos can be free. I don't remember that. There are times when Cosmos can be free in the Woolly Kingdom, but that's just like in the imagination. That's a bit separate. I just feel like Encore is doing it for Ying because Encore has done it before with her mother. I feel like Encore pitied Ying because Encore had done it before when the cutscene was shown. Okay. There's still a hole in that theory where Encore made everything. The fact that Encore says Padalota is not in the play, and she didn't. Yeah, exactly. She says, it's not in there. So that might explain why the quest didn't click with you while we were doing it. Probably. It's like I was playing this quest twice. With the full intention of enjoying it. And I said this on Twitter as well, but the entire time it just felt like I was sitting through a made-for-TV children's special. No, in real life, because Encore's mother is already dead for like 3 or 4 years. We don't know how old Ying is. I'm going to assume that Ying and Encore are basically the same age, and I think Encore is about 11, which means Encore's mother died when she was, say, 6. The guy with the gut mask is kind of says, yeah, the black one, the white one, both. This is prime because I think chat needs to understand that because it never makes a statement without proper tangible evidence to back it up. This brings me to nostalgia of Yuki Penacon incident. Yeah, I try so hard, guys. I was when I was writing this notepad, like, with the things I was thinking about while I was playing it, I went back and like, oh, this answers that. Like it seems I was like, why did Encore suddenly come up with this story that like reminds her of is her way of dealing with her mother? And apparently it seems like she's told that story several times before. It's like, okay, that answers that question. That solves that issue. I'm noticing these problems. I'm noticing these questions, and I'm trying to find the reasoning why they're not problems and why and find the answers to these questions. Like again, I'm giving possible reasons. Like, is Encore's mother also able to control woolies? What is the Woolly Kingdom? Is it real or is it just imagination? Because at the beginning of this quest, it's just imagination. At the end of the quest, it's a Sonosphere with a real, tangible location. And if it's real, how does Encore have that power? I mean, some other characters have similar powers as well. It's just never explained how. And if she has that power, is she able to manifest that whenever? And if she can, why doesn't she do it more often? If it's imagination, and also if it's in imagination, like at the beginning of the quest, the first where she just says close your eyes, how are we able to interact with these different things? Again, Ying's mother got a wooden map from one of the woolies, and you're saying that she's just lying about that? Alright, okay, cool. Does that mean Encore met Ying's mother, or do the woolies exist separately from Encore? If they exist separately from Encore, was Encore's mother also able to control the woolies? But the sword, shield, and wreath were a game left behind by Ying's mother, which are not able to be accessed without the power of like manifesting these clouds to get them. But you're saying that they never existed in the first place. It was just a wooden map that was given to Ying by her mother on her deathbed as some kind of sick joke. This is a map for you to figure this out. There's nothing there though, but you can figure it out anyway. There's nothing there unless you happen to find someone that can manifest it from their imagination, in which case it is there. Guys! Stop I've already gone through that one. I said I like the part of the Garden of Promises. Who's the Woolly Warrior? Ying or Encore? Yes, let's just say it's both. Let's just say it's both for the sake of whatever. It was stated that the Woolies didn't exist. The Woolies, like Cosmos, they weren't able to like manifest and move around until Encore's mother was on her deathbed. I mean, we got that timeline. Okay, Ying's. Okay, so Narukami, you're saying Ying's mother. You think they did meet Cosmos, but like I said, Ying's Cosmos didn't exist as a Woolie until Encore's mother was on her deathbed. Again, so, and we have no evidence to support that Cosmos is able to move around independently of Encore, unless you count the entity which took on the form of Cosmos later on to trick us. But then that would also mean that that entity would have also had to take the form of Cosmos several years ago to trick that other person. When we read Encore Forte examination report, might bring a little clarity to our Forte in the wiki. I'll check that out, sure. Why I say Encore's mom has similar abilities because if you go through Encore's past, you'll notice that Encore's mom made woolies for both Encore. Yeah, I did notice that the woolies were there. I just assumed that it was like Encore's mother, like there was these puppets, and Encore's mother was just moving the puppets in the play. That was my interpretation. You've got your answers in there. I will check them out later. But it's like I've tried so hard to. I'm not trying to nitpick. These are just things that really stood out blatantly to me. You know, like in the previous quest with Shorekeeper, and some people just didn't vibe because they said, "Oh, there's all the stuff that happened in the Shorekeeper quest that didn't make sense." I didn't really notice it personally, so I didn't mind it, and I think that's what's happening here. Like, I'm noticing these things that just didn't make sense to me, like whatsoever, like at all, like timeline-wise, lore-wise. Is it imagination? Is it a somnoir? Is it a manifestation? Is it real? Is it not real? Do these things exist? Do they not exist? Is it a play? Did Encore's mother make the play? Did Encore make the play? Is the map from Ying? Was Ying's mother? Was Ying's mother given the map by a Woolie, or did she just say? Did she lie? She saying she was given it by Woolie. Does the sword and shield actually exist that were left behind by Ying's mother for Ying to find as a last game for her? And if they are, how did Ying's mother get them into the sky? Unless it's actually just Encore manifesting those items into reality, in which case those items never existed in the first place, in which that map had absolutely zero meaning whatsoever. I really think Cosmos and Claudia are really the manifestation of her mother's forte. That would solve at least one of my issues. Just one. And Encore and mother actually meet Ying's mother before. I mean, that was one of the theories I had when I was playing through it as well. What are the three existences again? The mortal realm, underworld, and celestial, right? Encore is congenital resonator like Jinsei. My theory then is Claudia and Cosmos are celestial beings like Jui, providing assistance to Encore without her knowing it. That is a real deep theory. I never got that, but okay. If Woolly Kingdom is fiction, then how did Encore know how what Ying's mother looks like, and also how her mother appeared in the end? Did she just make it up? This story doesn't have any logic. True, it doesn't. Because everything in that Woolly Kingdom is something manifested from Encore's imagination, right? And she's inviting Ying and Rover into that imagination. But everything in that Woolly Kingdom is manifested from Encore's imagination, right? She has to know what they are first. So she would have had to know what Ying's mother looked like for her to manifest in that imagination scene at the end. Like Fairly Odd Parents. That would be pretty cool. If Cosmos and Cloud were like the Fairly Odd Parents, that would be pretty cool. My theory is Encore's mother is not the author of the play, but she's seen the play and showed it to Encore. I mean, it was said later on that no. 1 second, where is it? Where is it? It was said around here that. Where is it? Did I skip it? I skipped it. Oh, there it is. Because that play was a gift from my mom. Was it? Was a gift from my mom. Now it's time for a story, and it says in this here, no time for us, but it happened one time. In a little room, every night there's a little girl. She plays games with her mother, playing as a woolly warrior. She and her mom create the story after story. So it wasn't a story that Encore's mother heard. These are stories that Encore and her mother both created together. Right, so episode of the theater, little girl sits below the stage. So this is where her mother has like set up a stage, and her mother that's her mother's hand there, really big hand, but again, it's just child's imagination here. Her mother's setting everything up and like putting on a play for Encore, bringing the whole the Woolly Kingdom from story into real life. And so it's like this is where I thought that Encore's mother either was able to control the Woolies separately, or she's just using them as puppets. To set this to show this adventure. She climbs a tall mountain looking for the legendary sword that can split mountains. So, but it's really so the girl can prove how brave she is. The toolbox was actually on the tallest shelf. So this tallest mountain, getting the sword, is just her climbing the tallest shelf to get a toolbox. Ivory, white goat mask clothes, and ebony, black goat mask. Gatekeeper looks like what Cosmos and Cloud look like. That's a good theory. That's actually a really good theory. I like that. I actually really like that. Not gonna lie. Ain't no way Elusive Realm is too big a thing to be only from Encore Forte. I mean, it's a good theory. I mean, for someone said like maybe again, it doesn't really make sense because they said Encore did say that the Woolies manifested from Encore's Forte. I think it was also written explicitly in the description that they are definitely Encore's Forte. Maybe Encore's a sick one and somehow a little transferred to her mother. That was never hinted anywhere. The Woolly Warrior also searches every beach. Okay, high for the Shield of Faith that can brave any storm. But actually, it's not just a beach, it's just her house that had many nooks and crannies, and she was looking for this candy, this raspberry candy. Her mum recorded all the warrior adventures, so the Woolly Kingdom grew bigger and bigger.
Girls.
But Little's mum got sicker. At the last show, just before the Woolly Warrior got the Wreath of Hope, there was no Encore. Yeah. I mean, Kuro has good writers. I just think they had an idea of what they wanted to do, and they didn't really put too much thought into it, like logically.
Once the applause starts at the final four.
I'm trying to find the part where she talks about. Well, she claps before a couple. Trying to find it.
That a good girl like the story.
Mum will get better. What else got work?
Didn't get better.
And the Gateway of Wishes never appeared. I think it's after this where she says that.
Just sit by.
So I told her about Warrior Cosmos and Fairy Cloudy and all many things. I think
Cloud.
it was right about that time when Cosmos and Cloudy appeared from the stories. So it's Encore's mother is on her deathbed. Encore's trying to be a good girl, thinking that if she's a good girl, then that would help Encore's mother get better. She didn't get better. And it was around that time when Cosmos and Cloudy appeared from the stories, as a manifestation of her forte. To be honest, localization can also cause differences which add up to where it makes less sense. Like I said, I've played this in English, and the second time I played it in Japanese. There were some things that make more sense in Japanese. There were some lines and some particular phrases that make sense, but the overall lore here, like this particular part, was all the same, and it didn't really make sense either way. Speaking about story, Shopkeeper was formatted. If you remember, if she was, she should lose everything already. Turns out she was not formatted. Formatted means emptied. No. Yeah, empty. Formatted means like reset, I think. Not exactly emptied, but like reset, I think, is the general idea. Are there any inconsistencies in the JP compared to England? No. Nothing too big. No. Not from what I noticed. Like there was a line early on where some of the kids were saying, "Oh, go like this and that," and where it wasn't like that in the Japanese at all. It's because sorry, I don't speak Chinese, so I can't go straight to the source. You play in Chinese, so you think the English is a bit off. I played in English and Japanese to get both. But guys, you see what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff that just, and I do appreciate. 1 second. Like this massive amount here. Let's just read through this. Okay. It's possible that she wanted to know some adult or parental-like figure. She probably wanted attention. It's not like she fully went on with it either. I mean, again, I don't really have an issue with her suddenly telling that story anymore. I've already solved that problem, for me anyway, at least. She's told it a few times. Both went to the Woolie play, which exists in the real world, or the play, plays several times. How? Rough life timeline is. Encore is around 3 or 4 years old when her mother died. Woolies of her own manifested via Forte, but it's unclear according to her examination report. She went to an orphanage afterwards, yet then she got recruited to Black Shores. Ying is possibly slightly younger than Encore as well. Possibly. Again, we have no clarification. Woolly Kingdom is a fictional kingdom made up by a play, although it's also a kingdom made up or expanded upon in Encore's mind. I'm not sure about the first part. Even Rover was surprised entering the Woolly Kingdom. But one assumption I can make is that since later on we entered and left the Sonorosphere, but it leads to the same place, we can assume that Encore somehow got us to the Sonorosphere. It's possible that the Sonorospheres require conditions to enter, such as 1.1, where Rover needed to give permission. Yeah, but like I said, at the beginning of the quest, around here, we just have to close our eyes. Like here. Like, yeah, you talk about accepting invitations and you just close your eyes. There's no portal, there's no nothing. We just close our eyes and we are there. And we are there. At that point, did the children saw that too? Apparently not, because none of the children were in there. Not from what, let's go.
Kingdom.
Welcome back from the Colored Windcomb. So she's like talking like, oh, welcome back, like we've been there to the actual thing. But these kids are all still there, like listening to us, aren't they?
Yuppers! It's where all the Woolly stories begin. Cosmos and Cloudy's home. With their help,
like, see, the kids are all sitting down here as well. They didn't see shit. Like they're talking to each other right now. Okay. That is probably just fluff. She probably made it herself. Talking about the where Ying's mother got the wooden map. She probably made it herself, placed it in certain places and made up the map. Okay. So you're saying that Ying's mother made the sword and shield and she put them in certain places. Do I always do this for every quest you play in games, or is there a level of suspension of disbelief you'd accept and move on? I think I'm pretty fair, and I do the exact same thing for a lot of them. Like I said, if this entire thing was set in the Woolie Kingdom, and we just go into Sonora Sphere and we go to the Woolie Kingdom, and the entire quest was in the Woolie Kingdom, I would suspend my entire reservoir of disbelief. I would give it a full pass and say, it's just the way she's dealing with the loss of her mother. And I'd move on. But the things that it sets up, lore-wise, timeline-wise, like in reality, the things, it just doesn't add up. And it really stands out to me. From 1 to 10, how high would you rate this quest? And 10 being, I'm guessing 10 being the best and 1 being the lowest. If you'd asked me the first day, how high would I rate this quest? I would have said about 6, maybe 7. Right now, I'm thinking like 3 or 4. They can't see because they are not resonators. Only resonators can visualize. Okay. Zigzag Ferret. They can't see because they are not resonators. Only resonators can visualize Sonora Spheres. Later on, we go into this thing here. We are still... this is in a Sonora Sphere, and I don't think she's a resonator, unless it's something that I missed. Ying is not a resonator. So, sorry. With that theory, that would imply that Sonora Spheres, with that theory, are just a physical way, but going to places like the elusive realms are capable of experience in our dreams or minds in some way. The contents of Sonora Sphere are highly dependent on what kind of frequency information those sonoras absorbed at the time. My own theory is that Encore story quest is not supposed to make any sense, but try to hint to something about the elusive realm. Remember the best Genshin story in the Fontaine quest? I destroyed it in a Reddit post showing how everything was completely dumb because Celestia was asleep. Most agree, some hate. Which best quest in Fontaine? I haven't thought that Genshin has given us a good quest in a long time, to be honest. Like, at all. Ying is not a resonator. So how are we in this in the Woolie Kingdom right now? Just by closing our eyes. It's probably the same where they need Rover's permission. How did I understand this, Usagi the hell? Yeah. Again, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm sorry. 1 second, I'm reading through this. The sword shield were items left behind by Ying's mother, but the wreath is something Ying would have had to make up herself, which in the story it was Verena. How was the box with the sword up on the clouds? I can't answer this since I don't actually know. And again, this is one of my points of contention. But my best guess is that since Ying's mother was a Midnight Ranger who died, it means she was a resonator. So it's possible the clouds were made by her leftover resonance energy. Remember that people don't die like we die. People in size 3 get leftover frequencies who can become TDs. One second.
To put something inside of it? High reach.
1 second. Okay. Too high. I'm going to this part here where the clouds ESP lemon squeezy. Let's see what the... Okay, okay. And so we just go to... we put the map that was left behind by Ying's mother at this location. And these turn up. These clouds were also previously shown to us exactly in Encore's Woolly Kingdom. So that would also insinuate that Ying's mother's forte has some connection to the Woolly Kingdom, which is something that Encore has manifested through her own imagination. Okay. You're getting all what and can't talk to people like this. Oh, you guys are talking. Okay, guys, no fighting. Okay, so I guess it's just a different interpretation, like how Superman has red laser eyes, Superman has blue laser eyes. Again, but they're exactly the same clouds from Encore's Woolly Kingdom. I think it's just coincidence. I don't think it can't be just a coincidence to have say word for word. No, I don't agree with that. Now, if you're talking about the end of the message, okay, okay, this one. Apply alliance with the Woolly place. It's both of them went to the same place. No, again, I don't think it's a line from the Woolly play. I think it's a line written by Ying's mother. I think the writers were unfortunately thinking about it a lot less than you. Yes, I think that's the best. That's the easiest thing. Again, but that's my point. It's in that if it is that way, then it's poorly written. I assume they are the same class because Ying's mother got inspired by the Woolly Warrior play. She was inspired so much by the play that her forte also manifested into the same... No. I'm sorry, no. Who's the Woolly Warrior? Both of them? Yeah, again, my interpretation is that both of them are the Woolly Warrior. It's a fictional story. The concept of Woolly existed beforehand? Yes, they did. But both of them, but them becoming alive came until then, but referred to the time of before. Yeah, but then Ying's mother was told that she was given the map by a Woolly, but then we have to assume that Ying's mother was just lying about that. Encore already said that Ying's mum's map is a fake. The mum didn't leave behind any of the treasure. I said earlier. Okay, so Joel, you're saying that Ying's mum didn't leave behind any of the treasure, but it was stated later on in the quest that map was the last thing given to Ying by her mother before her mother passed away, as like the final game for her and her daughter, like as in Ying's mother and Ying to play. If taking what you said as fact, if what you say is true, then that would be incredibly cruel of her mother. That would be like saying to my daughter, I've left a secret coin in the house somewhere, and if you find that coin, you can have cake or something. Again, I'm using the Portal 2 reference. But the cake is a lie, and the coin is a lie. And I make that my last action to my daughter before I die. Her mother wasn't planning to die. 1 second, I need to find it.
Anything. Hey.
Fine. Let's see this. Is that a map?
A giant rock.
Where it is? Is that your place? Yeah.
Sword shape. That sign must be the Sword of Courage.
Okay, so Encore instantly assumes, before Ying has said anything, Encore instantly assumes that this is a Sword of Courage.
Remembers that at some point of the story, the woolly warrior will get her hands on a treasure map. This
Right.
map, where did you find it? It's from my mom. This map is a promise we made.
It's a promise we made. It's her final promise. It's the promise.
Mom took me to.
I'm trying to find. I want to find more. She talks about like
So
when that play, when the promise was made.
What?
I think it was like said later on.
These could make wishes.
She wasn't home much.
Mom gave me this treasure map. She never came back from work. She would go relic hunting with me. About what I'd wish for.
Yep.
I one time there are grown up far away.
Mm-hmm. Then I thought of a treasure map. It's really fucking weird, man. Okay. Also, the map doesn't need to have any connection for the story to work. Again, Encore somehow instantly knows that this is a map of the sword before Ying has even said anything. Ying's mom wouldn't know that she would die in her job. She assumed that she would go to make believe treasure hunt with Ying based on Encore's mom's story. Wait. The mom said she got the map from the Woolly Fairy. Maybe it was from Cosmos Cloud that has some power. It's probably Ying imagination, but in Sonorosphere. It's... Mm-hmm. Dreamscape. Noticing things in channeling Sonorosphere. The thing of it's just Encore's imagination. It's only part true. Again, I'm trying to like put as much as I can put onto like it's Encore's imagination. I'm trying to put it onto that, but a lot of it just doesn't add up. To be honest, I don't know. Although it's not like we see it after the companion story ends. Actually, we do. We do see the wreath after we leave the Sonorosphere. So this is where we get the iris and we make the wreath. 1 second. And we see the wreath in reality, and the iris is right there. So it was taken out of the imagination. It was taken out of the imaginary world into the real world as a real thing. So after the quest ends, like, well, the point is that the mum didn't give the fake this fake map as a sick joke on her death. No, I'm not saying it's a sick joke. She promised to play after work, but sadly she died on the job. The wreath was made in reality, but the irises didn't exist. The irises didn't exist. We got the iris from imagination. Is it possible to explain again what this Sonorosphere thing is with detail? It's imagine like a time bubble or a time capsule, and that capsule is made of resonant energy, and then you can go into that time capsule. You can go into that time bubble, and you go to like into like a different dimension. That's putting it really basically. The wreath was made in reality. But like we're at the location and we went into the imaginary world to get the iris. The iris is made of forte, I guess. Okay. I hope 1.4 Elusive Realm dealing with wishes and dreams actually could actually answer this. I agree. But yeah, I've read through it as much as I could for a lot of different things. And it just didn't make sense for me. Sonoran Sphere is fake and real because if it's fake, Channeling burn the Sonoran Sphere will actually not show it in real life. Again, there's a lot of ambiguity. Let's see, I'm just going to get the over here. Okay. Well, that's my issue. Those are my issues, should I say. I don't think it's because the iris exists in the imagination, it's necessarily cannot exist in real life. I just like how Verena can make flowers. But again, the flower thing, the flower thing, that's Verena's forte. Encore can make sheep. Well, she can control sheep. I'll be honest, my interpretation of what of Cloudy and that sort of thing is that she didn't make them exist. The puppets existed. The puppets existed already, and the puppets were being controlled by Encore's mother for the plays. And then when Encore's forte can control the already existing puppets, so they imagine like Chucky, basically. I've got this again. Typical. I've got this right now, right? I've got the Yang little birdie. I've got the Yang Burb, right? I'm playing with this burb. Okay, yay, play here. I'm putting on a play for my daughter with this burb, right? Yep. And then, so the burb already exists. The forte would be her being able to control this which already exists. Like she didn't manifest them. She's controlling them. This is where her forte examination report comes in and says it's probably made that it probably made the sheep. Again, I think it's her controlling them, like some kind of like psychokinesis type thing. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I lagged on that. I don't know if you noticed that, but my screen did actually lag. It's just started the game. I'm getting a few lags. We'll see by 1.4. I hope so. If it's internally inconsidered, Bishop, when you play, you let me know, yeah. Because maybe I'm just being maybe I'm just being retarded. Possible, but. When I was reading through it, I was like, because I'm taking a lot of this like at face value. Because there's a lot of things that you guys are assuming to make things make sense, whereas I'm just going from what's being said. That's my issue. Like I said, yeah, Verena's forte is her like being able to like manipulate nature and being able to communicate with nature. My opinion on Encore's ability is her controlling the already existing puppets. Yeah. So that was my let's see. Oh, I need to do the double. I've already one. Oh, I need to tune. I need to do this. Which one did I have it at? Can't remember. I've got an echo that doesn't have much in terms of like a tuner. Which one is it? This one. Upgrade. I left this one on purpose so I can get that tuning thing. There we go. Nice. But that's not what it reports. It says it manifested the sheep, not controlling it. Alright then. Again, that brings back one of my problems, but okay. I mean, if that's what it says, that's what it says. Oh yeah, I know how to do that. Like Jinxie controlling Druid coincidence? I think not! I'm gonna go to this Havoc and Energy Regen one, I think. Yeah. Kind of get some stuff for both Havoc Rover and also Camellia. I have no idea which account I'm going to be able to get Camellia on because I got S1. Not on this account. I got S1 Showkeeper on my other account. This one I do not. This is my American account. Since Encore Surge has reached its conclusion, may I ask if you ever play Encore Star again? Actually, yeah, I do actually want to do that. I need you guys' help to. So I think what we'll do after I do this, we can log on there and see how bad my account is. I'm so behind because I just cannot put myself through the mental torture of playing Honkai Star. Honkai Star's storytelling is just absolute dog. It's absolute dog shit. I can't stand it. It's so bad. I have been logging into Honkai Star like every day. I do my dailies, but I haven't been doing this like the story content like at all. I do my dailies and I do the simulated universe just to get the rewards and stuff. But other than that, I log out because I can't play the game for any amount of time. I'm sorry. I'm not focusing on this at all. Let's see what I got. This is my stupid take. In the Snowsphere, the Ying's mother is actually real because if not, Jian will not feel his soldiers before, and Chanli will not feel his master. Her master. Same with how Encore sees her real mother only in Snowsphere. I thought they were real as well, but everyone says no, it's just their imagination. That's what I got told on stream last time I played through it. I said, "Oh, are they really there?" And everyone's like, "No, it's just them imagining it." I was like, "Oh, okay." Sucks. Nothing. No. Havoc. No. Skip the whole dialogue and wrap it. I mean, I wish I could skip. I wish I had a skip button. If I had a skip button, I think I'd enjoy it a lot more. I'd enjoy playing that game a lot more. But as it stands, I just really can't. Maybe. I mean, that's just. I asked, what's this? And it said, oh, it's imagination. Oh, is it really? Okay, cool. And then I just left it as is. The problem is Encore knows that her mother already did in real life. That's why she became sad again in real life. Yeah, I think they both know that their parents are gone, you know? And yeah, to reiterate what I was asked earlier, am I like this? I wouldn't even say nitpicky, it's just the things that really stood out to me. I'm not trying to nitpick. It's just like, no. No. It didn't work. For me, at least. Just the entire vibe, except for the part where it's like they've got the Garden of Promises and the final cutscene. Actually, no. Going into the Woolly Kingdom via the Snowsphere through there. Fine. But like everything besides that, the lore that it's set up. Like the stuff that said, oh, this happened, and this happened, and this happened. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense to me. Looks like looks like stuff can be brought outside from Sonorosphere, but you can't bring the stuff that only being made from leftover resonance. Yeah, it's just come back to my previous point. Once we scratch the story, real life logic, it leaves a very bad taste. Some stories just need to remain as a story, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, and like I've said this, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this like for like the 4th or 5th time now. If the entire quest was in the Woolie Kingdom, was in the Sonorosphere, and this is all an interpretation of Encore and her dealing with the loss of her mother, and the Woolie story is her dealing with that, I would have no issues. Not a single one. But it's the stuff outside of that, where the things that Ying's saying has happened, and then Encore's saying has happened, and like these are things that just don't make sense to me. You guys are getting really annoyed by the red light. I'm tempted just to leave them as is, you know, just to piss you off. This is already full. But I need to do it one more time. Glacio, let's go. Okay, resonator. I can't get rid of this until I oh, I can't do this one. This one's okay. I'm going to do that. Jiggly. Ah! Sorry. Yeah. For me, it wasn't the best written story as well. I actually put it on Twitter as well, like what I thought were the best stories. Oh, but I done my hiding, man. I said my favorite stories were Jian's companion story, Jin's companion story, which was actually in the main story quest, but let's just say it's Jin's companion story quest, and also Changli's story quest. They were the best ones in my opinion so far. Like Jian's story, the ending to Jian's story quest was amazing. And it all made sense as well. I need to do it one more time. You took everything at face value and just drew it. The thing is, Usagi, right? You're saying you took everything at face value. I took everything at face value, and that's why I got confused. That's why I'm getting confused. Because, like I said, Ying says that her mother gave her that... Again, I'm retreading old ground here. Ying says that her mother gave that map, and the map was given to her by a woolie. So I took that at face value, as in like a woolie, i.e. Cosmos or Cloudy or whatever, gave that to Ying's mother. And I'm taking that at face value. If you take it at face value in that sense, the way I'm interpreting it, then it doesn't make any sense. And a lot of people in chat that have been like trying to explain this to me, saying, no, that was a lie, that wasn't real, that was imaginary, no, that was real, that was imaginary, that's not imaginary. And there's a lot of people, it seems like a lot of people are taking a lot more liberties. There's a lot more assumptions you need to make for it to make sense than what's actually said. Do I have enough? One! Oh, come on. Okay, we're waiting 25 seconds. I'm not using any wave blades. Oh, screw that. Really think the stuff that Encore summons is because the leftovers from Ying's mother, that she wants to do with her child. There we go. Efficiency. You're not disregarding me. I appreciate what you are doing. It does spark our curiosity and have conversations. It's just I failed to relate to you. I hope you're doing it. No. Okay. Right. And this is something I need. This is something I need to make explicitly clear as well. I didn't enjoy the story quest. I thought it had a lot of problems. I enjoyed some aspects of it, and I can appreciate those parts. It didn't hit for me. If you like the story, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong. Again, this is a matter of taste. This is a matter of preference. If you enjoyed the story, that is perfectly fine. I have absolutely zero issues with that. I'm just saying this is why on my second time round playing through and looking through the dialogue trees and looking at YouTube videos to re-watch and look at everything again to make sure I'm getting all my facts straight. I'm looking at it, and these certain things just really stood out to me as being inconsistent, and those inconsistencies were too noticeable for me to enjoy it. It's much like the same way how I can't, and again, I might lose more of you now. It's much like how I can't enjoy JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I watched season 1, season 2, and partway through season 3. I gave it the best shot I could. I was waiting for it to get good. It just didn't. It was terrible, in my opinion, because there were so many logical inconsistencies. The word that comes to mind is verisimilitude. Verisimilitude is basically the logical consistency of the lore being set up in a particular story. So if the story says this happens, whether it happens, even if it doesn't happen in real life, if the lore of the story says this happens and this definitely happens, this is like a fundamental law of this LAW, law of this world. I'm like, okay, cool. That rule has been set. And then when they do things that directly contradict with that law and don't give reasons for that, it disconnects me. It really jumps out to me. It really stands out, and I can't get past it. Same thing like going back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with what's his name? The bad guy. I'm trying to like block out that series from my mind. Who's the bad guy that turns into a vampire later on? Basically, when they're younger, JoJo and him are like at odds and they're not really getting along. And then they have the whole kerfuffle, blah 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 blah. And him and the bad guy, Dio, that's his name. Yeah, Dio goes back to his house, and Dio's father is an absolute dickhead. Dio eventually kills his father, right? And then Dio gets put up for like adoption, basically. Dio gets adopted by JoJo's father, right? And the first thing Dio does once he steps off the carriage to his new home of the father that's adopted him is kick the family dog in front of everyone. Okay, if he's a psychomaniac berserker type person, sure, he might do that. But no, apparently Dio is supposed to be some conniving super genius that's like manipulating things from the shadows and such. A smart super genius evil person wouldn't do that in blatant fucking sunlight. Right? And then JoJo sees Dio kick his dog full force. Right? And then some time passes and JoJo and Dio, JoJo is now best friends with Dio. Like he's like buddy with Dio, even though it's insinuated that Dio did kill the dog as well. And JoJo just forgets about that. I'm sorry. If someone kicks my fucking dog, I am never forgiving that person. Ever. I don't care how. It's just not happening. It's not happening. But it's all buddy and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you're my brother. Like, no, dude. It doesn't make fucking sense. JoJo does not make sense. Even with the rules that it sets up in its own world, it doesn't make sense. That is called verisimilitude. Like with the whole stands and things. Whatever. Breathing. Stands. Okay, what the fuck ever. Ah, Captain, you just missed it. You just missed me going through all the shit that I hate about Encore Story Quest, and then from that little rant, I went on to about JoJo. Yeah. You want to see the Tectone document I got up about how much I don't like Encore's Story Quest? These are the notes I was taking while I was playing through the Encore Story Quest the second time round. There's a lot of shit that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, not even in the imagination area, but like in the real world. Like, they say this happens and this happens, but that can't happen until this has happened. But that happened before that, but not after that. Yeah. I'm busting out the notepad. So yeah, after this streams ends, go watch it back. I can't go through it all again. I'm too fucking tired. Oh wow. I have had people like try to explain away some of my problems with it. I'll be honest, a lot of it comes down to not you, Cap, people in chat. A lot of it comes down to people assuming a lot of things that weren't said in the story. There's a lot of assumptions being made to make things work, instead of taking things at face value for what's being said. Like, all right. Would it be a video? I don't know. If I can cut it together. I'm not sure if I'm just going to cut this stream out and make it a video, or if I'm going to like redo the whole thing and like script it out and whatever. But I think I should probably make it a video. I will lose so many subscribers. It's really odd, Captain, because you know, like how I said it before. You know how you played through Shorekeeper's Quest, and there were some things in that quest that really stood out to you that made it to the point where you couldn't really enjoy it. Whereas everyone else didn't really have that issue and they enjoyed it. I'm having the exact same problem right now. I'm having the exact same problem. Also, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. I'm having the exact same problem right now. You know? So, guaranteed hate reviews if I make it a video. Oof. I probably should. I need to make a lot of stuff. I need to pump out content. You know? And by the way, is it out, who was it? I forgot. Who said, is the iris still there outside of the quest? I'm like, yeah, the iris is right there. But, okay. And the worst part is people making it out to be just her imagination. Yeah, if it's just her imagination. People main reacted to your crash out in the actual video. You had a lot of shit going on around that time. It was funny. Yeah. Crit rate. I'll take that. Healing. Oh, that's good for Baija. Okay. These are great ones. Dailies is do some gameplay. I was doing the dailies. I was doing the events. I'm going to do this Parade of Stars now. Oh, what is that? Oh, blame that. Got that. Nice. Let's go. But I think I've actually done the dailies here already. And I've done that. And I've got no stamina left. Like 0. 0, 0, 0. I think Encore does have some story too in the incoming 1.4. I hope so. I think there was she was shown on there as well. You know what I should do before it goes away? I should do a bit of the where is it? Am I blind? There. I need to do this. Ha. Thank you for being here, Captain Cabinets. Keeps forgetting to follow you on Twitch. Just remember, don't follow. Why would you follow Captain Cabinets? Why would you want to do that? Yeah, what's wrong with you? I didn't say a thing. Free rank? Wait, what? A lot is wrong with me. Deal with it. Okay. Should I put him here or should I use someone else? That's the question. Actually, no, I'll just use him anyway. It's a 6-door, which is for all residents. Do you follow her at night too? Don't follow women. It's creepy. Easy. That was like, what was that? 10, 20 seconds? If that? 15 seconds. You're probably going to play the Encore quest until like 2.0, 2.1? 2.1? Not even 2.0? Okay. Pretty long Woo video. Any suggestions of quality of life that would like to see in the most version? See the most in version 2.0. Quality of life. There's a lot of stuff I want in Wuthering Waves. The biggest thing is I want to be able to replay companion story quests, which would be really useful about now when I'm talking about the Encore story quest. What else? But actual quality of life stuff, though. Interesting. Stuff that can make. One second, I'm just in the middle of doing this. I'm not focusing at all. I'm not focusing at all. I should be focusing, otherwise I'm gonna die. Okay. Quality of life things. Some of the stuff was already implemented, like not having to leave the tower to change loadouts and such, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna leave. Just leave for a second. Anyway, there was something that really annoyed me. I can't remember what it was. Oh, the biggest quality of life thing that I really want is I want to have like a dispatch system to send the characters out to like farm a lot of stuff. I know you can buy stuff from the pharmacy, but that uses shell crates. I don't really want to use shell crates. I want it to be able to like send. I want to be able to send characters out into the world to like send a character to this location to farm this, send a character to this location to farm this other thing, and yeah, I think it would really help in like the synthesis and like character ascension materials type things. One thing I really did want, actually no, this is another thing as well. Say for example, I'm going to do one of this, right? If I want to go to this location to farm this, I know they're already making it possible so you can spend double the wave plates to get double the reward and just do it one time. I thought something similar to that, but what I want to do is like, they have this in Arknights, and I think some other games have this as well. Whereas when you're doing solo challenge, right? I want to be able to like choose how many times I want to do this. I want to do solo challenge, and if I want to be able to a toggle here with like ×1, ×2, ×3, ×4, ×5, and I can just like click ×6 or something like that. And then once I go into here, it doesn't. If I just do one now, I don't have a wave plate, so if I just do one, what I wanted to do is it has in this thing it has about 2 waves usually, or just 1 wave, depending on the location. If I clear this, after I clear a wave, I want it to go straight into the next wave. Right? I don't want to like do it and then clear it and then go back in and then just reload again. I just want it to load straight into the next wave. You know? Because it's the loading time annoys me. So, okay, challenge successful. At this point, I wanted to instantly load the next 2 bears. I don't want to go here, claim rewards. I can't do that, but claim rewards, get the rewards, and then restart, reload, then I don't want that. I just want to like load the next wave straight in. I want to go next. I want that. I want that over and over and over again. Am I looking forward to 1.4? Yeah, I'm sure I'm looking forward to 1.4. I'm always looking to updates. Why wouldn't I? Oh, restart. I didn't mean to restart. I'm an idiot. What I really want is daily companion interactions, such as going to teach up to hang out with Janshin or Yuanwu type of thing. You know, I think I should just do is just like have the resonators exist in the world apart from us. You know, like just have them in the world. You know, like in the Lantern event where we met Zhang Li Yao, and you have the resonators, the other characters, just at different stalls, like hanging out and such. Like if you go to say, is this one or that one? I think about this one, the top one. Go to the top of the mountain where the not this one. Oh, it's up there. I chose the wrong one. Like if you go to like say this location, then I think someone should be here. There's also another location where we've got that go board, right? What's he doing? And then Changli should be there. You go to this location and Jins is there. I know, I'm an idiot. And I'm an idiot. But you see what I'm saying? I would love it if the actual characters were in the world just doing their shit. Is the magistrate in the palace? Yep. Chishia and Danjin just walking. Yep, exactly. Like, something else that I think they should do is that I've heard that ZZZ does this, and I stopped playing before that, so maybe I might have to jump back in that, but I don't think I can. Is that when it comes to companion story quests, I don't think Rover should be in it at all. I think the companion story quest should be told from the point of view of the character that is the story quest. So if we're playing the Encore story quest, it should be told from the point of view of Encore. If we're playing the Jianshin story quest, it should be told from the position of Jianshin, and we should control her as the main character, as a singular character, and go through the world as her, interacting with people as her, not as Rover, to see how people interact with them. Yeah. And I think that would be a better way to explore them as characters instead of just like how they connect to Rover. I'll be honest, I don't care about Rover, really. I already know enough about Rover. I want to know more about Zhang Li Yao. I want to know more about Shorekeeper. I want to know more about Changli and all these other things. I think the companion story quests should be should have nothing to do with Rover whatsoever. Just be you go to your questing. You say the quest here, and you say start. You just say start. It says this will start from the point of view of Jianshin, from the point of view of Kalkuro, from the point of view of Danjin or whatever. And you start that, and you transport to a location, and you just go through their story. It's their story. It's not Rover's story. Weird. I'm intrigued about Rover. No, Rover is fine. What I'm saying is, I don't want to know. When it comes to a companion story quest, it's always like how Rover fits into their life. You know? Like with Chang-Li, it's about how Rover fits into her life. With Showkeeper, it's about how Rover fits into Showkeeper's life. And I don't care. I mean, I am Rover. We are all Rover. We're controlling Rover for the majority of playing this game. And the main story quest should be from the point of view of Rover. And we learn more about Rover and their interactions with other characters through the main story quest. But when it comes to the companion story quest, I think we should be taking it from the point of view of the resonator of those particular characters. You press start. It'll say start here. You click start. You say this will start you from the point of view of whatever character, and you go through their story for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, or however long the quest is. You learn about how they interact with the world, not how Rover interacts with the world. You see how people interact with them, those characters, not with how characters interact with Rover. You see what I'm saying? Like Adventuring POV thing did with HSI did. Okay, right. Mira, you... Yes. Absolutely. Exactly. But I said, Mira, you knows for a fact, I've been saying this since the very start. That whole adventuring point of view thing should have been its own quest separate from the main story quest. If it was that, sure, no problems. It's still yappy as fuck, but that would solve my particular issue. That shouldn't have been the main story quest. But yes, basically, like the adventuring's POV thing with HSR in HSR, yes, that. But in Wuthering Waves. Because again, like I said, it might be a good change of pace. Exactly, I think it's a great change of pace. You're seeing this same world that you've explored a lot as Rover, but you're going to see it in a different light as a different character. And I think that would give us more views and perspective on things. You said the same. I know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, when was that? Like, is that like back in March? What? It's been a while. Have I ever thought that the companion stories are basically Rover and the player learning about the character of the person from an outsider, since that's how we interact with and learn of others in the same way? I mean, no, I get it. Yeah, I know that's what it is, but I'm saying I don't think that's what they should do. I think they should just give us a new story with a new character to play as. Not have them like be a trial character in the team with Rover or whatever it is. I mean, like, just have like a single character. You can only use that one character. No intro skills, no nothing. Just like one character, and you fight and you go through all that. I think you are very right on this. Actually, I can tell my experience. I made the mistake of playing too much and got Ellen Jo, which I did not want. I would have loved Ellen Jo, to be honest. Ellen Jo, Jane Doe, and yeah. But I began to see her around the world, and she interacted with her friends, and just seeing her talking with friends a little bit like I got to grow into me the character and started to interact with the world. Still, I don't play gameplay with her, but I can see that expanding, pulling beyond gameplay. Can have more income instead of skins. You think skins are lazy? I mean, they are a lazy way of making money, but it's still it's making money, and people want skins. I think skins would be cool. Pedro does what you want. They have a whole catalog dedicated to how to where the MC is nowhere to be seen. Exactly. They know this is important. Will probably give us the same treatment somewhere down the line. I hope they do it like sooner than later. Sooner rather than later. The story of Sword Convallaria. I saw some characters from Sword of Convallaria. They look hot. Unless I'm thinking of something else. Imagine making Resonator story that is like what you are saying they should do for companion story, but they are implemented into Illusive Realms. Why not both? Why not both, you know? Sword of Convallaria is on Steam. I'm going to have to check it out. But again, I'm playing so many games right now. Did I do this? Oh wait, I need to continue. It was a tactical game. That's alright. But not naked like in most gachas. Stop yapping and play the game. I'm playing the game! Do I enjoy tactical strategy games? I love them. One of my favorite game types of all time. It's not tactical strategy games. It's actually real-time strategy games, like Command and Conquer. I love Command and Conquer. I also love playing Warhammer 40k on PC. I love those games so much. It's got so many hours on. I think I also play Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 and Yuri's Revenge once a year or once every 2 years. Age of Empires, dude. Did you know that they remade Age of Empires? No, Age of Mythology. Oh, I love Age of Empires, but I also love Age of Mythology. They redid that. They remastered that. I need to play that. I love Age of Mythology. XCOM, Underrail? Yeah, sure, why not? XCOM, when was the last time I played? I've not played that in a while, though, to be honest. Age of Mythology is great. Age of Mythology is peak. I love it. Yuri's Revenge, Red Alert 2. Yeah, that's my shit. I love Red Alert 2. I love I got like the map maker thing, like the skirmish map maker. You can make them and then you load it in and you can play that map. I love doing that. I'll tell you what, this is a lot harder with Jianshin. This is so much easier with Jian. What the fuck? What the fuck? I wrecked that. That took me so long with Jianshin. Is this gonna be a no-hit run? Ah, God, I missed the timing on that. So no hit run. Ah well. Yeah, I didn't care about that. I just wanted to get the hits on this. Oh, I'm actually going to do this in 3 minutes. Let's go! Jian is a beast. You got Jian, you got C1 Verena. Ooh, but at least you got like a guarantee on Camellia then. Oh, the Song of R2. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. You ended up pulling for Jian. I'm not going to pull on Jian's banner because I just don't want Yohu. I do not want that. I don't want her on my account. I was just trying to see the mission cinematics were pretty funny, and they were pretty horny as well. They were pretty peak, you know. Let's see if we can do this. That he wrecked those three. Oh, damn it. Need to keep them grouped up. Oh, wait, I thought it was coming out. Oh. C2 Ling Yang? C2 Ling Yang? Ouch. What? Oh, what am I missing? I'm dodging for some reason. I don't know why. I'm getting scared. I'm not used to her attack animations. Oh, she touched that. Oh, I'm gonna get wrecked. What? How did I miss that? I'm not used to this guy's attack patterns. I've killed him so many times. I usually kill him before he can do shit. So I'm not used to the attack patterns at all. Oh, damn. I'm so dead. Yeah, I'm getting wrecked. He doesn't have that many attacks to parry, unfortunately. I'm getting wrecked. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he doesn't really have any attacks to parry. I don't think he has any parryable attacks, does he? Not that many. Like, he never uses them anyway. I won't be remembered. No, I won't. I don't care. Okay, Nilov, that's interesting. Impertinence Heron. Yeah, the shoulder bash, yeah. Oh, it's only in the second phase, it's very quick. Yeah, he doesn't really have that many at all. Who should I use for this one? Usual team? Actually, do that. He has one or two. Not many. He barely uses them ever. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know what the person was saying, Mira, but whatever. Use Jian, Changli, and Verena. Yeah, I have Changli on my other account. Damn it. Just using this. Get this back up. Alto is great for fun. Yeah, I've seen some people like clear this like just with Alto, like solo. I'm like, wow. You only have Changli weapon, but you don't have Changli. What? Oh, god damn it. I'm not getting the hits in. Yeah. I don't have the damage. He keeps moving. Why can't I get the damage on this at all? You gotta go. Take care, Amira. Sure thing. I don't know how long I'm online for. It's coming up to midnight. Fight, drama. Do you love drama? Stay down. God damn it. Yeah, a lot of people like drama to be honest. I mean, I don't like being a part of drama, but some of it's like, some of it's fun. It depends on what the drama is, really, to be honest. Another thing I really wish would like happen is like I wish that Echo's being able to parry was like a bit more consistent, because sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. It's like kind of annoying. God damn it! It just dodged as soon as I press that. Get down here. As soon as I press it, it's like dodged up. Okay. I'm doing so terribly. Finish. Ah, that was terrible. That was disgustingly terrible. I think it's lingering. If I remember rightly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's lingering tunes. Tunes. Yeah. I'll show you. His crit rate's not good. His attack's not good. His crit damage is not good. Nothing's good. So, he levels Sanhua. I need to build Sanhua, I'll be honest. I do not have my Sanhua built like at all. Not a single thing at all. That's another thing I would like in Wuthering Waves. You know, like how all the other, basically all the other, you know, the ones. Like when you level up and ascend your characters, you get like a free pull. I'd like that. Like just a basic one, just a standard banner pull. Just a standard banner pull. Meru, hello, welcome in. I need more crit rate on this for sure. I need more of everything. I would have loved to have gotten his attack up to like say 2,800. I want a 2,800 attack, and I want like say 75 crit rate, and I want about 250 crit damage. If I can get those numbers, that'd be good. But I don't know if it's like possible, really, even with his weapon on as well. Like flat defense, gross. But a lot of it's like a lot of the other substats are like resonance liberation here, resonance skill on this one. This heavy attack is doing nothing for me really. Flat attack, flat hit, flat defense. So I need a better one of these. I'll be honest. I wonder if I can get one. Let's try. Attack, energy regen, heavy attack damage. 1 second. Nah, I'm losing a lot of crit rate on there. I can't do that. The crit value isn't... I mean, I don't like it. 1 second. There it is. What's this? Oh, there's another... Right. What it is? Hold on. I have no idea what this is. Oh no, it's Xenozone 0. Oh, you guys need English. Okay, sorry. Season backstory of the new character? Oh. This is all animated. I think it's animated pretty well. Like simple animation. Kind of looks like a Flash animation, I'll be honest. But it looks like one of those like old Flash videos like you could see on Newgrounds or something. Newgrounds, yeah. I'm that old. No, this animation style is very much like Flash animation. It's hot. Yeah, I remember when Newgrounds was new too. Like E-Bomb's World and You're the Man Now Dog. Yeah, I know all those. I Burn a Black Sheep, yes, yep, all those. Oh, it's kind of a. That was on like last year, right? It wasn't that long ago, was it? Oh, sorry. Made it in Adobe Flash Pro. It does feel like that. I'm not even kidding. Was it actually though? I wouldn't be surprised. Pick Adventure. I remember like what was it? Homestar Runner and Happy Tree Friends. La 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 la. PTSD bear. Yeah. Oh god, I feel so old. The Stickman games, yeah. So many Stickman games. Like just the Stickman animations were amazing. That's right. I'll be honest, guys. I am a basic bitch. And I'm a sucker for this. I'm an absolute major sucker for this. I have watched this video at least 100 times. I love that. Dude, I'm sorry.
Nitro fuel tastes like regret. So before you drink, we gotta take care of what.
Yeah. Why is everyone saying brain rot? I don't get it. I actually really like this.
A little flames.
The music's good. It's got a very Psy vibe to it. That was hot. The 1 hour long version of this, yeah. I know exactly. Yeah, same. It's got that rap part to it. I don't really like. I don't know why. I don't know why they have to include rap into. Stop it. I love rap. Just don't force shit in. It's annoying. This drop. Yeah. I don't know who mixed this song, but they got a pro in to do this. They got a pro DJ in to mix this song. I can tell. This is not some amateur work. This is good work. This is like professional shit. I don't know who they got, but they got They got some real good DJing to do this. From 25 seconds. Loops it from 25 seconds to 25 seconds. 2:24. Wait, what? $25 seconds? From 25-second mark? That? What, that part? Oh, right. I'm confused. They loop the whole pot. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I listened to the one without the lyrics on it as well. There's a version, there's like an hour long or 2 hour long version or whatever it is, like without the lyrics. It's just like the beat. I love the beat. Can I find it? Furnace song instrumental. There's like a 1 hour version of it. It's like a really this one? It's a 2-minute version. I've got like an hour version. Yeah, this one. I love this beat. This beat is really good. It's the only video you've liked from ZZZ. I don't know. I really like a lot of their videos. They've got a really good animation. Did you hear a Boot Hill VA version? No. I have actually seen a Hu Tao version of this. Have you seen a Hu Tao version of this? Oh, guys, hang on. I'll try and find it. 1 second. I'm going to find it. It's in my history. I just saw it today. There we go. This is so good. I love the Akira slide as well.
3, 2, 1, fire! Go!
Okay, that's what you call brain rot. Okay, that makes sense then. I was like, it's not bad. Why are people calling it brain rot? If it's Brad, I mean, it's good. This is really good. Like legit good. Like I would dance out to this at a club or something. I'm not even kidding. I actually legit would. Yeah. Have you seen this though? This is a... Have you seen that? I want to turn the captions off. Of course you did, Bishop. This is an amazing cosplay. I've been looking for someone, I've been looking for a good cosplayer to do like the entire dance, you know? And there we go. It's really good. Yeah, nailed it. At first I thought, is this AI generated? Because there's a bit of like movement, like it's too focused on the face, but then I realized they've just like tracking on the face and like made that stay still because you see the camera move as well. It's really, really good cosplay. I'm sorry, this is just too good. Not gonna lie. Okay, sorry, I need to stop because I will legit listen to that for hours and hours. I'm not even kidding. I would. I legit would. Rokurini Dougaku. Yeah. The boot hell version? Okay, Burning Song Boot Hill. I've not seen the Boot Hill version. Burnis, but it's Boot Hill. By Andrew Russ. Wait, is this animated? Okay, I think it's this one.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Boot Hill, and I'll be serving you today. What can I get
An
for
ice to cool
you?
off.
A drink, some snacks, or a little flames. Mocktails, mixers, ice. The snacks are real nice. Soda, sour mix, dry. I'm lit, you can't deny. Whatever you want, whatever you need. So good you'll never ever want to leave. Anything that you desire, set that muddle fudger on fire.
I like how they changed the line around. Yeah, I like how they changed the lines. That's one thing I didn't like about the Hootao version. Did basically every VA do their own cover of this? Is that what it is? What?
Burn it, Boot Hill, you muddle fudging forker. Boot Hill, go.
Who do you think would be, like, besides Burnis, because, like, obviously, who do you think would do the best cover, like, character-wise? And any... Oh, he's doing a rap version. Stop the rap. Who do you think would do the best cover of this? Characters. Like, HSR, Genshin, ZZZ as well, Wuthering Waves, whatever, it doesn't matter what game it is. Who do you think would do the best cover of this? I'm trying to think. No, I said besides Burnis. Shut up, you. Yoimiya. Can definitely see that. It'd be weird to have her do it with her like accent, you know. Not pom pom. I liked how he changed the lyrics around.
That's forking right.
Yeah, I like how he changed the lyrics around. Yeah. Nanime from PGR. Really? Oh, yeah, true. They do have similar vibes, I'll be honest. No, yeah, they do have similar vibes. You're really odd. But yeah. Right. Guys, I cannot stay on too long. So I do have to love you and leave you. I will be seeing you all later. And yeah. Barbara would be good, actually. Barbara, because she's got the whole idol thing from Genshin. Yeah. I can definitely see that. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you all maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know how often I can do this, but I will be trying to stream as much as possible. I need to make need to make YouTube videos as well. Okay, I'll get some of this. Take care, guys. Peace.